Premier League is back. Is back. Back to the weekend. Oh, I'm so happy. You know what? During the week, I get so bored. I get so bored. But yes, the weekend is coming. Friday tomorrow. First game of this season. What am I talking about? First game of the weekend. Leeds versus Nottingham Forest. Let's do a little match prediction, see what everyone thinks, see if you think I'm going to be right. And then I can look at this later and see if I should have done a mad accumulator. But look, it's never I'm never going to win, but unfortunately. So, Leeds versus Nottingham Forest. I'm going to go with a Nottingham Forest win. I'll be so honest. I think Nottingham Forest are going to be too much for them. I know if you watched the previous video, I said Leeds would give Arsenal a tough time. And then I watched the game. Yeah, Arsenal battered them. But yeah, anyway, Nottingham Forest to win for me. I don't see any other result. I think it's going to be a tight game, but I just think Nottingham Forest, they've just got a bit more quality to them than what Leeds do, to be totally honest. Scream at me in the comments if you want. I know. Manchester United versus Spurs. I'm a Man United fan. I'm going for a draw. I'm a Man United fan. Oh, I want to say a win, but I don't want to jinx it. I think Man United are going to win. They're on a great run of form. Yeah, Fulham, City, and Arsenal. And I just think Man United will be too much for Spurs. I'm going to go for a Man United win. Please don't come back and bite me in the ass. I really want to win this game. Yeah, I feel like Man United, they've got the momentum at the moment. So what I'm hoping for is that they can just kick on. I'm hoping that that brother can get his hair cut, man. I feel for him. I know I need a haircut too, but I do feel for him, man. Man United, just yeah, help him out, please. Yeah. Bournemouth versus Aston Villa. I feel like this is going to be a good game. I really do. I think it's going to be close. Aston Villa are struggling at the moment because of all the injuries they got. I'm gonna go with a Bournemouth win. Very controversial. Very controversial. Because I do like Aston Villa. I like Unai Emery. I like the way that Aston Villa play. I do feel like they're a good team, to be totally honest. If you go back, you'll see, yeah, I did say that I feel like they could challenge. But injuries got them falling off. So yeah, I'm going to go with a Bournemouth win. Arsenal versus Sunderland. Look, I don't think Arsenal are going to walk into the game and walk all over Sunderland. I just don't think it's going to happen. Unless Sunderland get a red card, and we know who I'm talking about. Yeah, Mr. Previous Arsenal player. Please don't go and get a red card. Make it a good game. I do feel like Arsenal will be too much for them, though. I could maybe see a 2-1. You know what? I predicted scores last time on a previous match prediction, and I got them so wrong. So I'm not going with the scores now. I can't do correct scores. But I do think Arsenal will win this game. I just think they're too strong. Don't see who is going to make them drop points. If someone is going to make them drop points, I don't think it's going to be Sunderland, to be totally honest. And they're coming off the back of a really good performance as well. So yeah, Arsenal for the win. Burnley versus West Ham. Relegation battle kind of match, to be honest. I think it's going to be a good game. But that being said, I do think West Ham will beat them. And I think it's going to be comfortable. Sorry, Burnley, but I do think West Ham will win by 2 or more goals, to be totally honest. Yeah. Look, everyone knows I'm a big fan of Jared Bowen as well. Yeah, I just think West Ham they'll be able to take this win. On to the next games. It is Fulham Everton. Everton, thank you for coming. No, I'm yeah, that was horrible. That was horrible. That Fulham Everton, I think it will be a good game, but I do think that Fulham are the stronger team overall. Everton look like they're starting to pick up some points now, though, to be totally honest. But I do feel like Fulham will be a step too far for them. I think Fulham, even though they lost last week against Man United, they put on a really good account of themselves. They are gonna beat Everton. You heard it here first. Nah, look, I think Fulham will win. To be fair, I think Everton's gonna put up a good fight though. Everton are a proper fighting club, which I do really like about them. On to the next game. Wolves. Thanks for turning up. Chelsea. They're gonna absolutely demolish. You know the thing about Chelsea? I feel like Chelsea don't have, oh, we're 2 goals up now, let's relax, like a Man United. I think that Chelsea will go out there and they will want to get a hatful of goals. This one could be a cricket score. 4, 5, 6-0. Unless Chelsea come out and they're sloppy. But Wolves have been ridiculous this season. So yeah, Chelsea will be my prediction. Newcastle versus Brentford. I think this is going to be such a good game. I think it's going to be very combative in the midfield. I feel like they're going to, both sides have very strong midfielders. I think Newcastle will win the game. I don't think it's going to be easy. I don't think it's going to be comfortable. I think it will be scrappy. But again, I do think Newcastle might just be a little bit too strong for them. So I'll go with a Newcastle win. Brighton versus Crystal Palace. Might surprise people, but I'm going to go with a Brighton win. I think Crystal Palace, they're sort of like falling off a little bit at the end of, coming to the end of the season. I know it's not the end of the season yet, but coming towards the end of the season, I feel like Crystal Palace is starting to struggle now. And Brighton, they're just dangerous. Very dangerous team. If you give Brighton an opportunity, they're going to make you pay for it. 9 times out of 10. Again, Matoma, love him as a player. Really do. You know what? I would take him at Man United. Someone asked me this the other day. Would I take him at Man United? 100% I'll take him on the left wing. Yeah, I'll definitely take Matoma. But yeah, Brighton for the win for me. Then we go on to the biggest game of the week. We have Liverpool versus Man City. Liverpool, who look like they're starting to click and they're starting to let the handbrake down, and Onslaught's letting them express themselves and play the game that the players want to play. If Liverpool do that, Liverpool are a dangerous team, and Liverpool will beat City. However, if he comes and he overanalyzes it and he tries to outplay Pep at a tactical game, Man City will win. I don't know what's going on with Man City. I thought that Mark Guehi coming in will sort out all of their defensive issues, to be totally honest. I know they have a lot of defenders that are still out. I know Mark Guehi is only one man. But yeah, it's Man City. It is Man City. Look how dominant they've been in recent memory. But then so have Liverpool. But this is a hard one to call for me. You know what? As a Man United fan, this is difficult. I dislike Liverpool and I dislike Man City so much. But I go with a Liverpool win. Justification behind that is my wife is a Liverpool fan. Her family are Liverpool fans, and I would like a nice end to the weekend. I don't want any headache. Yeah, I don't want any arguments or any drama. That's all I want is a nice weekend. So yeah, I'll go with Liverpool, to be honest. Yeah, I think that's all my match predictions for the week. Let me know what you would do differently, who you think would come out on top instead. Do me a favor. I'm trying to grow a nice community here. If you could drop a like, drop a comment, and in the comment, if you could let me know what team you support. Let me know what your team is. And then we can have some conversations about your team. See if we can have a little bit of a debate, you know? Do me a favor, like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. Peace.